Oi, everybody! Hello. I only get one hello today. Yeah, being stingy with my hellos. So, as you can tell by the title, today we're doing some of this. A little scared. I have never worked with clay in any form. maybe at school, but that was a... I know, baby, I know. My dog's whining in the window. What was I saying? The clay, yes. Apart from school, maybe. But we're just going to go for it. This is the same clay that Mariah used in her video, so we are going to be using her advice. So if it goes wrong, we're blaming Mariah. We won't. We love Mariah. We'll never blame Mariah. We kind of will, a little bit. So, ingredients that we need. Clay, water, and some tools. The tool kit that I have is actually from a pumpkin carving set, but it'll be fine. And this is the guy we're going to create. Will you? He is a character I created in Create This Book 2 episode 7, I think. You can watch that video down below. He was, when I created him in Create This Book, I did have this in mind. I wanted to create a character that would be easy enough to create out of clay. And essentially he's a ball with legs and arms and a square head, rectangle head. I didn't think through the antenna, will you? And the lettering. But we'll figure it out. I have watched Mariah's video sort of 3-4 times, and she says to sort of keep it wet, smooth it out, gore each piece and whatever. So we've done his body, and his head now. These arms gave me some jip. I mean, uber jip. I didn't think about that when I was designing it. I say that I didn't struggle all that much. It was just trying to get them to the same length and to make them look sort of the same. And then obviously the positioning, because he's kind of tapping on his tummy, asking you to subscribe. Which was a little hard. And then these legs, obviously they needed to be level and be able to hold him. Now I've created him with a flat back because I will be bringing him on screen to ask you the question, will you subscribe? So I wanted him obviously laying down, because if he's standing up facing me, you won't see it. Plus, less chance of him being broken. So, for the spiral antenna thing, I got some paper clips, which I sort of twirled around a pen. And I decided to risk it with the Will You and indent it with my dotting tools. I wish I had done the same for the subscribe on his belly, but I proceeded to change my mind about that. I decided against it because I didn't like the process of the Will You, but the Will You turned out great, as where the subscribe not so much. I also changed the design slightly on his face. I had no idea how to do the eyes without making him look like he was possessed. So I stuck with the just gouging out the mouth of the clay. And then we started to do this bit. This bit was super annoying. So we've got the will you and the head attached. Now we need to attach the other parts together. Starting with the legs. Scoring it, wetting it, sticking it, smoothing it. So that, like, you're basically joining the two together. I think I started this pretty much after I finished that episode of Create This Book. I knew that it was going to take a lot of time, drying time for the clay, and then obviously drying time for painting, and it's going to take more than one layer of paint, and then the gloss. So I did start this weeks ago. So, attaching the arms, I smoothed out the back mostly, because you ain't gonna see it. I didn't want to lose the definition of the arms from the body, so now comes the difficult part, attaching the head to the body. Just couldn't get in the little nook, and because he was so wobbly with the antenna, was a little awkward, but we got there. Trial and error. Just smoothing him out now, making sure, yeah, he doesn't stand up at this point. Just creating all this smoothness so there's no cracks, and fixing things that I broke with the Will You antenna. I kind of made holes because I pushed too hard, and then decided to shorten the antenna, the paper clips, which was fun. Also made them a little tighter. Get your head out of frame. Just making the indentation of Will You a little bit smoother. We can fix most of that later. I had some fun with it, to be fair. I thought I was going to be stressing, and I didn't think I'd be able to do it, but watching Mariah's video beforehand really helped, because I knew what I needed to do, and I knew I didn't really have to rush. But he's all dry now. He's been sat for a week-ish. He's kind of white, and he's not squidgy or anything, so I just really want to rub his belly. Now, Mariah sanded hers in her video, so it feels pretty smooth already, but we shall smooth it out anyway. We're just going to do what Mariah did. Subscribe. So we've got all our tools for the next stage. So we're going to sand Will You down. I'm kind of going off touch because I can't see where it's been sanded and not. So I'm having to sand, wipe it down, sand, wipe it down, and just figure out where I've done and where I haven't done. But it does make a difference, I've got to say. Probably wouldn't have had such a good result if I hadn't sanded it, maybe. Would have been all bumpy and yucky. I'm just making sure I've got all the nooks and crannies of dust out. I didn't want to wipe it with anything wet, so I just got my paintbrush and was brushing it away. But here we are. He's all smooth now. I definitely want to rub his belly now. So, I can't remember off the top of my head if Mariah gessoed hers, but I'm gonna. I've not had any issues with the works paints, but I just know to gesso things beforehand. Plus, I need to gesso those antennas anyway, so I thought while I'm here, I'll gesso it. Just put a coat underneath so I'm not painting directly on the clay. You can't see this. It's like me colouring white paper. Like, you can't see it. It also helps smooth out that will you, because obviously I couldn't get the sandpaper in there really. I did my best. But put a base coat of that down. And then we can get to the painting stage. Ooh! I just kind of want to jump in here and say that it was super awkward painting in his crotch. I don't know why. He's a clay character, but it just felt odd. So, we're already at painting stage, and he is going to be straight red out of the tube. So, simple enough. We're starting with the back side because it's easier. So that's dry. Front side. Trying so hard not to get it into the lettering. And this stage was really hard because he was flat, and if I leant over him to see if I'd missed any spots, then my head was in frame, so there are a couple of spots I missed. I know on top of the wheel you one missed there. Dum. But he feels pretty secure. I don't feel like any parts are going to fall off. And the antenna parts, they feel a little wiggly, but I feel like I can fix that when we get to the Mod Podge stage. So I'm just gonna rearrange this. This was my setup, like that. That it's supporting his head and his. So I've made him like a bed basically. Oh, this is my mistake, I feel. I tried to do some shading on him. I did it on the original Will You in the book. And I tried to do this and I just make a pig's ear of it. I make the biggest pig's ear of it. So can't really see it. We'll see when it's dry. Can you see the shading? Can you? I mean, it kind of shows a little bit, I guess, but I don't see it. Like when I look at Will You now. So now we're down to this lettering stage, which goes well-ish, kind of, maybe. I think the Will You, like I said before, it worked. Doing the indentation. It's this subscribe that failed me, I think. Okay, so that's one coat of gesso. I did use gesso because obviously it was on red, so it would be easier. This is mistake number 2. I decided to outline the subscribe to make it pop a little bit more, and then proceeded to fail and smudge it everywhere. Made me also want to tear my hair out. But on the Will You, I'm just going around touching up where the white went outside. But we've got to wait for that to dry now so I can fix my mistakes. So that was a waste of time pretty much. So here is where we're at. I've fixed some issues that we had with the subscribe and the eyes. Should never have come along with the line art. That was the issue. But we're getting there. This is where I make a couple of boo-boos with the mouth. I didn't know what colour to do it. I went pink, I went dark red, I went white. We settled on like a pinky. And I don't like the highlights. We're there. We're at Mod Podge stage now. No going back. So I'm going to put a nice thick coat on this. On this guy. Like I said, it will secure the antennas. So here we go. The reveal. It was him. Apart from his arms being a little bit longer, I think I did a pretty good job matching him. The arms and the face, I'd say, are different. But you can tell who it is. That's the point. Maybe the legs are a little bit longer as well. But it looks like Will You. That's the point I'm trying to make. I had fun doing this. The clay stage I enjoyed more. I don't like painting very much. It was meant to be easy, but I always end up picking lettering. Shooting myself in the foot. But here he is, Will You. He's adorable. He's sat on my desk at the minute. Just smiling at me. So, should we ask the question? Will you subscribe? He will be making appearances in future videos probably. No one asked you, Google. Will you subscribe? let me know what you think of this. It was very strange, but fun. If you liked it, give it the old thumbaroo. And obviously subscribe. I love rubbing his belly, I don't know why. But that's it for now, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye! Bye! Will you subscribe?